Hard work alone doesn't mean you're actually going to accomplish anything. I know a lot of people that have worked really hard for a long period of time, but they didn't actually accomplish anything. When you're working hard and nothing's working, sometimes it's easier to take a break and slow down for a second. If you're digging a hole in the middle of a yard for no reason, you might be working really hard, but there's no end goal that you're trying to acquire.
I'd rather be sidelined trying to achieve greatness than watch greatness achieved and it only set on the sideline. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery.
This episode of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast is brought to you by Unlocking Greatness with Jacob Emery, a coaching community built for those ready to become the strongest version of themselves. Weekly calls, proven playbooks, and a community built to grow. Greatness is not given, it's unlocked. Join us today at jacobemery.com or DM coach at jacobemery44 on all social media platforms. Hard work alone doesn't mean you're actually going to accomplish anything. I know a lot of people that have worked really hard for a long period of time, but they didn't actually accomplish anything they set out to accomplish. When you're working hard and nothing's working, sometimes it's easier to take a break and slow down for a second. Make sure that you're going down the right path. If you're digging a hole in the middle of a yard for no reason, you might be working really hard, but there's no end goal that you're trying to acquire. There have been multiple times where I just gave it everything I had. 3 hours of sleep a night, up late, up early, unable to get through the problem, unable to get through the solution of that hardship. And what you have to remember, that you're not always going to see it all come right back. Working hard and nothing feels like it's working probably means that the harder it gets, the closer you're getting to having a breakthrough. Effort without direction, though, is just motion. So you got to make sure that the effort applied is going in the right direction toward the right thing. If you're just doing a lot of movement, if you're just doing a lot of stuff, but it's not getting you to the success you want, maybe it's time to take a step back. I have a framework that I use called push, pull, or pivot. Sometimes you got to push through when it's the hardest. Sometimes you're just getting mentally soft, you're getting mentally weak in the moment, but you know that you're getting close. The harder it gets, the harder you push, you get the breakthrough. Sometimes, though, you got to pull back, take a break, pause, reflect on the situation, make sure it's the right one, because not every hard work needs a push through. Not every painful situation needs push through. Sometimes you need to pull back. And third, the pivot. Sometimes after you pull back, you analyze what's going on, you realize you're not actually going down the right direction. It's not that you're quitting. You just know that whenever you set out to do this thing, you had one mindset, you have one frame of mind to get you that dream, that goal. What if you outgrew it too quick? What if it no longer fits the need that you want? What if it's no longer the best thing that you want for yourself or for your family, the people that matter? So at the end of it, what you have to realize, sometimes pivoting isn't quitting. It's just setting a bigger goal in mind. It's realizing your own self-worth. The best way to do this is have reflection. Look at the past. We cannot create a better future till we create a better past. Reflection will create results. Reflect on what's worked before, why it worked, and then check what you're doing today. The best thing that we can do is be completely aware of our own actions on a daily basis by doing an action audit, a time and energy audit. Look at what we're spending our time on, what our focus is. This episode of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast is brought to you by R&R Pipeline Inc., an infrastructure company. Join our team today at rrpipelineinc.com. Are we doing the thing that we said we need to do to get the result? Just having an aspirational goal doesn't actually get you any type of accomplishment. Sometimes the goals that we set out are nothing more than words on a poster. It's the people that we are, the standard we live by, the systems that we create to accelerate results, not goals. So if you've been giving it your all, if you're feeling stuck, I'm with you there, because I've felt the same thing for a long period of time. 2025 was kind of that way. Every single day, hardship, progress not being made, not seeing a way through. The problems stack on top of each other. They get bigger, they get harder, they get heavier. And at some point, you can't see the way out. But you just have to show up every day. You don't need to know what the end looks like. You just have to know what the next step looks like. Sometimes the next step is all you can think about, the only focus, the next little accomplishment, maybe the next day, maybe the next hour. Sometimes it's the next freaking minute that it takes just to get through that day. But there's a reason why. when it gets the hardest, when it gets unbearable, you just got to keep going. The only way is through, because at the end of it, what's getting ready to happen is that breakthrough that you were waiting for. And there's so many times, it's a constant reminder, that breakthrough that you're looking for, the thing that you want, you're going to bypass in a matter of moments, because what you thought was the outcome that would be good doesn't scratch the surface on what actually happens. It's great. The outcome is normally bigger. It's better than we could ever imagine. And the best part, I think, is when you get the chance to look back and reflect on it. The person that you become, the progress you made despite the pressure, the weight of the world, it feels unbearable. But let me tell you this, it's not. If you've been carrying it, you can continue to carry it. It is only a matter of time. You're not going to break. You're just going to bend, but you got to go through it. Progress is on the other side of the pain. And without progress, there is no prosperity. But to get the prosperity, you got to have a lot of problems and a lot of pain along the way. The one constant reminder for myself is remembering that the problems I have today, I could not have dreamed of 5 years ago. The life I live today, 10 years ago, never existed. So I don't set the bar high 1 year, but I set it extraordinarily high for 10 years. I could not fathom what is going to be accomplished in 10 years from today, because 10 years ago, I could have never dreamed the life I have now. So you got to keep going, because the only way is through. If you keep progress in mind, not perfection, if you keep prosperity in mind at the end, just handle every day. Sometimes it's just one more minute, though. So break it down into the smallest chunks to get the win. You keep on going, because the only way is through. And that's how to overcome progress, and that's how to overcome unconditional pain, the weight of the world, and progress and breakthrough. Stop telling yourself one day. It isn't about one day, it's about day one. Today should be your day one. What you need isn't another day. What you need is clarity with the community to give you confidence to unlock your greatness. That's what the group coaching program is all about. Confidence, clarity, via commitment. Hit the show link in the notes. Let's start unlocking your greatness now, today.